So what do you do when friends and family want to invite you out to go to this thing and that thing and be a part of this and that, but it's just not quite in your budget? We're going to talk about how to handle those situations coming up next.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to another Sunday night sit down with His and Her Money. I'm Talib.
And I'm Ty, and we're managing money, marriage, and everything in between.
You know, it never fails. The second, and I mean the second, that you decide that you and your family are going to change your financial situation for the better, here comes that knock on the door. Here comes that ring of the phone, being invited out with friends and family to go to this event, this dinner, that dinner. Hey, I just started this new business. Why don't you come take a look at it, and why don't you put some money down and buy some stuff from me? Never fails. So what do when you're hit with that and you don't know how to respond because you don't want to be offensive to your family and your friends?
Right. Well, we know this situation all too well. We have been invited to certain vacations or take part in certain trips, and it just didn't fit into our budget, so we had to make a decision. As far as for me, I would say a very common one for me is a lot of my girlfriends have home parties, you know, what you would classify as home parties, where they may be selling jewelry or makeup or whatever, and people say, hey, I would like you to come and check it out. Now, I don't mind people's hustle. Matter of fact, that's something that we definitely tell you guys here on our channel is hustle, hustle, hustle. So if you have a home, whatever's classified as a home party, where it's a hustle for yours to try to make extra money to get out of debt or, you know, to take care of your bills, by all means do it. But far as for me, I find that it's really not a good situation to place myself in for a number of reasons. I can recall a few years back, I was extremely sick. I mean sick. I was pregnant at the time, and I had the bad case of the flu, and I couldn't take anything at the time. I was so sick, but my best friend was having a jewelry party in her home, and I wanted to show her that I wanted to support her, even though I was so sick. And I remember you saying, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Just stay home. Mm-hmm. But I was forcing myself and making myself go to a jewelry party, and I didn't want to go, but I was doing it to support her.
Because you got that big old heart.
I was just doing it to support her.
Always looking out for everybody.
And so when I was sitting there, so sick, I saw all the women, you know, buying this necklace and that earring or bracelet and all this jewelry. And I didn't feel compelled to buy anything because, you know what, guys? I didn't need anything. Number one, it was very overpriced in my opinion. And I didn't want to jump in on the hype just because everybody else was doing it to show her that I can support her. I would almost rather put a $20 bill in your hand if you absolutely needed it that much. You know what I mean? And I don't think that she did. But I was the only one that walked away and I didn't pay for it. I didn't buy anything because I didn't need it and it was overpriced. I mean, a necklace that was like probably $40, no way. I wouldn't spend $40 walking into Target on a necklace.
And I've experienced this as well. It's just I had kind of a different response than you. Mm-hmm. So like I got a phone call that was like 7 months ago, and he was saying, Mac, I got this, if you're the type of guy that I think you are, you're going to love this opportunity I got for you. And I haven't called him back.
Because you had an idea of what type of opportunity it was, right?
I don't want no opportunities.
Yeah.
I don't want it. So you went, and I just didn't call. I just didn't call back.
But now I'm at the stage where I don't go unless I absolutely want to. And I was faced with this just a week ago. Another friend of mine contacted me and said, hey, I'm doing this fit challenge or this rap party or something.
Like rap, like spit a rhyme, like 16 bars?
No, I think it's rap, some type of rap that they can place on you to help lose weight or something. I don't know, some rap parties that people are doing right now. And so she said, and I really would love for you to come. And I told her, I said, well, on that particular day, I do have another engagement, which I did. And she said, oh, no worries. Maybe next time, I'll invite you out next time. And then I realized I had to put an end to it. And so I was pretty proud of myself. I sent a text very politely, and I said, matter of fact, I'm going to read it to you guys. And this is what I said. I said, thanks. Unfortunately, so I was thanking her for thinking of me to invite me to her party because she didn't have to do that. But I also said, unfortunately, I don't typically attend home parties such as your jewelry parties, you know, makeup parties, etc. This allows me to not put myself in positions to feel guilty and buy items that I don't need or typically use. This also helps me stay within budget. Thanks for understanding. And her response to me, look at that, exclamation point. She said, I understand completely, exclamation point. Here it is, a lot of times we think that our friends or our loved ones might be offended, and sometimes they may. But then you may have that one friend who would totally understand and say, wow, I totally understand. And maybe it may give her, you know, the same opportunity to maybe say, you know what, I can't take part into something like this. You know, wow, they're thinking of their home first, or they're thinking of their budget first. And I was honest enough. So that's number one. I would just say be honest with your loved one or with your friend. Be honest. If you can't do it, honesty is the best policy. Hopefully they will understand. Now, if you're the type of person and you keep throwing around, hey, I can't do it because it won't fit in my budget, but every time they turn around, you buying this and buying that, or you riding up in a new car and they don't really see you kind of like living a lifestyle of trying to get out of debt or handle your finances a certain way, then you probably want to come up with another answer. You know, I probably wouldn't be saying budget, budget, budget. But in our case, it's the truth. We don't like to buy things in our home that we don't need. That helps avoid clutter, but it also helps saves us money out of our pocket as well. And we don't lose friendships over it. So now I can say that I am at the place where I can tell my friends, I'm sorry, but no thank you. And I feel okay about it.
It's kind of freeing, right?
It's very, I feel so liberated. When she responded and she put an exclamation point that I understand completely, I was like, yes. Like, people understand. And I felt free. Right. And I did. I felt absolutely free.
I think it comes down to, like Ty said, being honest, and also, you know, tell them why. Don't just say, no, I can't do it, bro.
Exactly.
I can't. You know, that ain't my thing. You know, if somebody's hustling, you know, not in a bad way, but hustling, they're trying to start this side business and they're looking for you to participate, but you can't do it. Let them know that you can't do it, but let's also let them know why. Help them understand that you're trying to change your family tree and you're trying to get your financial foundation together. And if they're really, truly your friends or really, truly care for you, then they will understand. Now, maybe they won't get it right then and there, but I mean, if you're consistent with it and you're, like Ty said, you're not just talking the talk, but you're walking the walk, they're going to see. The proof is going to be in the pudding. And then they'll know, you know, they'll kind of back up off you a little bit, but still respect you at the same time, because they'll respect you for being honest and upfront with them. And they're also going to start to respect you for the work that you're putting in for your own family.
And you know, and this goes for other things, such as maybe their birthday parties that you can't attend because simply, truly, you don't even have $20 to buy that child a gift. You know, being honest, I'm currently reading a book which is phenomenal. I definitely recommend all of my ladies out there to read this book. It's by Elizabeth George is the author, and the name of the book is A Woman After God's Own Heart. If you guys would like me to do a review on it or do a video, I will. I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. And one part of the book, she said that she used to be a yes person. Every time somebody would ask her, hey, can you come speak here? Can you do this? Can you come to this party? She'll say yes, yes, yes. And then she realized that she overextended herself and that she probably should have said no. So now she tells them immediately, she said, even if it's a baby shower invite, a birthday party, she'll say, thank you for the invite, but I have to pray about it first. And when I read that, I was like, you know what, I actually like that. You got to pray about going to a baby shower?
How they going to get mad at that? How they going to get mad at God?
How can they get mad about that? Yeah.
Like, what you mean you got to pray?
And she said, I have to pray about the verse. And she said that has saved her so many times from having to say yes. And she said some parties or events she's able to attend and some she can't. But people can respect the fact that you're not avoiding them, you know, and that you are speaking to them, you're not hiding from them, and you're being honest about it, you know. So I know I will respect that if somebody
how you gonna argue with God?
You can. You can. So I love her response. I have to pray about it. And I said that's one that I'm going to take into consideration. I must pray about it first. So we would love to hear your feedback. What are some of the situations that you've been placed in and where you had to tell a loved one or a family that no, you couldn't attend this event or that event, and how do you respond?
Don't be like me. Cause like
he totally avoided them.
I still ain't called him back, and it's like 7 months ago.
And that's not good. You need to call back, and people will respect that. You know.
I don't want to know about how to save money on my utility bills from your business.
You might.
I don't want to book a cruise from your travel agency. I just want to be left alone. Is that too much to ask?
No, it's not.
How do I say that?
In love. In love.
I have to pray about it.
You say it in love. I'm going to pray on you, okay? All right, guys. Well, we hope this video helped you out a lot. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, visit us over at our website at hisandhermoney.com and meet us here back Sunday for our Sunday night sit down at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you will see the both of us sharing with you.
And until we're able to see you guys again, be sure to head to iTunes and Stitcher Radio and subscribe to the His and Her Money Show on those two platforms. The content there is totally unrelated to what we talk about here, so make sure that you go subscribe so you don't miss out on the inspiration that you need during the week to fight the fight to get your finances in order finally.
That's right, guys.
So until next time, guys.
Bye.
Peace.